Previously, you were introduced to the PEE method, a highly useful method for writing a logical and cohesive paragraph. Here's a quick reminder. The basis of a PEE paragraph is point, evidence, explanation. This video will look at how to use evidence in a paragraph, which involves finding evidence, introducing the source, paraphrasing, using quotes, and using an in-text citation. Finding evidence. First of all, it's really important to make sure the evidence you use directly supports the point you make, so choose your evidence carefully. You should have made annotations and notes already, which will make choosing evidence easier. When you have your reasons or your points for each paragraph, go over your notes and search for a fact, example, or expert opinion that directly supports your point. Let's look at this point for doing sport makes you healthier. And now look at the evidence. You can see that the evidence is a clear example of how exercise makes you healthier because it helps your cardiovascular system. Introducing the source. You generally start presenting your evidence by introducing the source. There are different ways to do this, and it's a good idea to use more than one to add variety and cohesion to your writing. Don't always use according to. Paraphrasing. The best way to write evidence in your essay is to paraphrase. Keep the meaning the same, but write in your own words. Use synonyms to change key words and change the structure and order of the sentence. Often it's best to write the sentence without looking at the source. Remember, any words you use from the text which is not paraphrased or in quotation marks is plagiarism. Pause the video and compare the original text with the paraphrased sentence. What do you notice has been changed? You should have noticed how the paraphrased sentence has changed keywords and structured the sentence differently. And even though the meaning is the same, the sentences look very different. Using quotes. Using quotes can be useful, but think carefully about why you are using it. If it's because it's difficult to paraphrase a sentence and it's just easier to quote, this is not a reason for using a quote. Only use a quote if the words from the original author are really descriptive and persuasive and there is no way of writing anything better. You can have a longer quote or quote a whole sentence like this, but compare this to a short quote where only a few keywords have been used, with the rest of the sentence paraphrased. Which example do you think is better and why? You should have thought the short quote. This way, there are more in your own words. You really want to avoid just having your evidence as quoted sentences. Also, don't forget to add the page number of where you got the quote from in the in-text citation. In-text citations. You will also need an in-text citation, and this can be done in a few different ways. For example, you can put the year of the source after the author's name is introduced, or if the author's name is not in the sentence and you introduce the source, you can do it like this, or just put the in-text citation at the end of the sentence. Again, it can be useful to have a variety of ways of introducing in-text citation to avoid repetition and add cohesion. So to review, after you make your point in your paragraph, you need to support it with evidence. Make sure you find evidence that is directly related to your point using notes and annotations. The best way to put evidence in a sentence is to introduce the author, use an in-text citation, and present the evidence with paraphrasing or short quotes. And remember, think carefully before you use a quote and only quote a few words. Thanks for watching.